Hello and adab. This is Junaid Zuberi. I'm sure some of you recognize me from Sampurna days. I feel very nostalgic talking about those 12 years with Sampurna and Saffia Appa. To me, it was a life-changing experience. And I really don't know how it all started. It was something very sudden, very done in a very mysterious way. I got a message from somebody who I didn't know, informing me that there's this lady in Karachi who sings classical music, and she performs every month. And the person who messaged me knew that I was very interested in music, and literally forced me into attending the program. I was very skeptical because my exposure to classical was at that time restricted to PTV's Rag Rang, and that was not a very pleasant experience. And I was not very keen. And in fact, when I was informed about this woman who sings classical, my first question was, is it pure classical or is it like ghazals and something on the lighter side? So the person who had informed me said that you have to go and listen, and I know you will like it. So I said, okay. It was more out of curiosity that I went. I'd never heard classical live in my life before. And I remember the program was held at the Carlton Hotel in Karachi, and as I entered, Auntie Farzana Rashid and Namira Ahmed sitting at the counter collecting ticket money. And that program was in support of drought victims in Sindh in collaboration with Rasta of Simi Kamal. So I attended, and Saffia Appa came and she spoke a little bit, and then she started singing. And I was awestruck. I had never heard classical in my life before, and it was something very beautiful that I heard that day. And I just didn't know what kind of music it was. I'd never experienced the real classical sung in such beautiful and melodious way before, and it moved me to tears. What I remember, and my pick from that evening, was a bandish in Rag Hans Dhuni that was originally sung by Begum Parveen Sultana. It resonated with me the most, spoke to me the most. So during the interval, I went up to Saffia Appa and I introduced myself, and I said that, I'm interested in singing. And she was kind enough to invite me over to her house. And the next weekend, I picked a friend and I went to her house, and we chatted for a little bit, and then Saffia Appa asked me to sing Dashte Tanhai. And I had the audacity to sing Dashte Tanhai for her. And she endured me for those 2 minutes of my very Besuri and Betali singing, and offered to teach me. So I said sure, and I started, lessons with her. I took a couple of lessons, but then I realized that perhaps I don't have it in me. And I felt that I don't have that inner natural talent which is required for any singer to have, that voice and that tal and that sur. And I felt that I won't be able to do justice, and I won't be able to give it that kind of time. So I requested Appa that, I don't think I can do this, but I can at least help you in what you're doing, and I can support you in any other way. So then she asked me to help her in organize Sampurna and help her in doing these events and taking Sampurna forward with her. So we started, and that journey started in the beginning of the year 2000. And from that day till Sampurna had its last program sometime in the year 2011, I was part of that program, and I remember how interesting and how fun and how much I would say rewarding and satisfying it used to be when we would sit and plan every program, every event, artists, inviting members. I would be doing MC in a lot of programs. So the whole experience was full of fun, full of learning. And sitting with Appa and talking with Appa was not just about music, but it was a lot about getting life lessons actually. And that was the best part of the whole experience. I sometimes tell my friends that people go to India for a retreat in ashrams, but for us, Saffia Appa's home was an ashram where we would go and we would sit and we would talk about anything and everything, and very openly. And she would sing, and then we would go into a trance. Those days, when I look back, I feel that they taught me a lot in whatever I am today. A lot of what I am today is because of my association with Sampurna and with Saffia Appa. You all are very lucky that you're here today. Please buy the book and get it signed by Saffia Appa. You're very lucky that you have her. Make sure that you get your children to read this book also. I have her previous book with me right now, and I can't wait to hold the other book, the new one, in my hands. So I wish Saffia Appa best of luck. I feel that I'm part of this event today, and I can't wait to get to Karachi and give a big hug to Saffia Appa. Thank you.